Oh, and when I tell this, I'm getting so excited.
I could not believe I returned this and had to rebuy it shamefully.
Shame on me. For Ulta Beauty collection to come out with a talc-free foundation powder, I think it's better than the MAC.
Lightweight mattes, but they're
Feathery.
creamy. You can rub your lips together and it's not crunchy. It never feels weird. But when I tell you they don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Ooh, God, I want to go get these.
Oh my God.
Your skin, not like mine. Yank me.
Pull me. Yank me. Staple me.
You may not realize that you're judged by the way that you look. Today, you can brush your way to sheer beauty. Let me show you how.
Yeah.
Got it. I thought we were jumping right in.
Why don't we?
Don't say hi.
Whatever happened to hello? How are you? My name is.
I rip the Band-Aid, stick it in and twist.
Girl.
Like, I just...
Oh, man. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. How you doing, girl?
My eye is twitching.
Spit and fire, mama. This is a cute shirt. Little possessed SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Those were always the cutaways in SpongeBob that scared the shit out of me. When it would, like, do those, like, hand where he was, like, oozing and, like, really scary. Yeah. Those, like, scarred me as a kid.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Now you get to live it in real life.
Yeah. Today, we are talking about the best drugstore makeup of 2025 so far. So this was a Soups popular episode last year. And I have to say, I feel, at least me personally, I feel like this episode got postponed like twice because so much makeup is coming out that I was like trying to keep up with, like, don't forget your change in the Grinch, like trying to keep up with fucking all of it to try it, not just like, you know, touch it or whatever, like, but to buy it and get it back here and try it and whatever, and like wear test it to be able to say if all of this new shit is good or not. But I feel like I'm still not even, I feel like I haven't even really caught up with. There might be a couple other things drugstore that I haven't tried yet. And then this year, which we didn't do this last year, I think we were gonna split this up into this being affordable / drugstore, and then we're gonna do a like more mid high end one because it was too much for one episode. And I gotta say, there's some really great things in here. I think there's more mid to luxury makeup that I'm liking a little bit more than some drugstore finds.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I feel like drugstore there was a lot of, but some things just like missed the mark a little bit other than the shit in today's episode.
Yeah.
All right, first up, we have the L'Oreal 3-second setting mist, which I really have been taking upon myself to only use her for 3 seconds. Not the way I was using it when we first got it. Like
10-second Tom over here. Yeah.
Because it was too much. It was too much.
It stinks like hairspray and bug spray. You sprayed it downstairs and I was like, what is that foul stench?
Out damn spot.
What?
It's from Shakespeare. Whatever. That's me though. That's an obnoxious theater kid. That was Shakespeare when I was doing Twelfth Night in the park.
You.
Girl, yeah. You know, I found it kind of interesting because now that I'm filming again and like on TikTok, actually watching, which I had to like completely discipline my TikTok to show me makeup content again, because it was I feel like the last time I was really on TikTok was like during the election. So it was like, it's just fucking doomsday, like political shit. So I was like reconditioning to get makeup content. I didn't realize 75% of people love this and 25% don't.
Yeah.
Like even bigger, like beauty people are like, like this is a no for me. And I'm like, no for me, dog. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I love this.
I think it has to do with something, it being so, when it sticks your lashes together and the smell.
We did have to get used to it. I feel like we were off-put by it in the beginning.
It's hairspray.
You're going to be shocked when you get it.
So I think that is the
it's worth
off-putting thing that why creators are saying they don't like it. That they just think it's a sticky hairspray in a setting spray tube by accident.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
I know.
I kind of get it, but I think this is so wonderful. And I have like 2 backups of this.
Girl,
It's so good.
the last time I was at Ulta, I just literally was like into my thing to just stuck because it's for summer or whatever. It's literally a plastic seal. It's just phenomenal. Oh my. The next, the L'Oreal Faux Brow Pen. We've been raving about this.
Mm-hmm.
I love her down. House boots.
I've been using it every day since it's coming. I don't use like other pencils or other liquid products or anything. This is all I like grab lately.
Yeah. Which I also, beware, I bought the new e.l.f. brow pen. Horrendous. I don't understand brow pen. Like, it's one of those brow pens. I'm just doing it. And it's so sheer.
Translucent.
Where it's like watercolor. And I'm like, this made it out of the lab? Who wants that?
And who tested this and said, it's
done.
Gonna fill your brows.
So don't waste your money on that. Like, I was so pissed. Girl, where's the beef? Where's the color?
Yeah, because it's wet.
But
there's no pigment.
More than enough moisture, but there's no color.
It's clear, wet, tinted brown water on your brows. Yeah.
I love these. Yes.
But these are incredible. Much. So these are great. And I love the two prong that it's further apart and it looks like hair strokes. Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to hate this and I'm obsessed.
I got to say, and we've talked about it. I can't stand that there's no names on the
That
pen
has to change.
Because I got sent like 3 in PR. I bought another one. And I feel like everyone is a different color and I don't have the boxes and I don't know what color they are. And I even was like grabbing one that I thought was mine, but it was like too dark. And then the one that I use, I'm like looking even at the pens and the only differentiation being the different color behind that square behind where it says faux brow. They looked almost the same. And the one I like, I feel like I want one lighter, but I don't know what to buy because the name isn't on it.
I feel like that was a misstep and an error. I feel like there were supposed to be shade names on these, and I think it was just like somebody dropped the ball to not have them printed.
Girl,
especially if you're gonna Pantone color match the outside of it, but you can't in the same ink that you write L'Oreal Paris on the back. You can't put the shade name. Like I think that's where whoever designed the packaging and like basically typing it all out for each one. Yeah. They just copy and paste and forgot to put the shade names, I think.
Because it's not like you just want a generic packaging you didn't need to customize. If every pen has a different color behind it, it's just printed name.
Or that is so weird.
I know. I'm gonna make a TikTok video about it and like tag them and then ask people maybe we're like stupid. Maybe it is somewhere.
Oh, I was
Sherlock Holmes.
Miss J-Lo with the
good eye. Yeah.
And
with the magnify.
I know. I searched high and low. So if it is on there, it's inside the cap.
Girl.
That's the only place I haven't looked yet.
So that is the most annoying thing. But if you really want hair-like strokes, super natural brow pen, this is like elite. Alrighty. Next up, the product I do not see anybody talking about. The Morphe Wake Up Artist Concealer and Color Correctors.
Yeah. I feel like these are so slept on, and I think it's because of what Morphe has done in the past with complexion that it's always been a little lackluster, that people aren't giving it a chance, which I'll admit. Yeah. I gave it a bunch of side eye, but then actually putting it on my hand and feeling it, I was impressed.
Yeah. You said that very mafia. I was impressed.
Did I really?
Yeah. I think, maybe I was more open to it because I loved their other concealer. I forget what it was called.
You liked it?
Loved it. It reminded me, it was like a dupe of the NARS Radiant Creamy, but it was more hydrating.
Because we need a dupe of that.
More hydrating.
Miss Dupe of nothing.
Scratchy Scratch.
Scratch medium coverage. Full.
Yeah, girl. I liked that one. And
wow.
And I liked the foundation with the white I think the one that's in stores now.
Light Reform or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the light something. That one wasn't bad. Both not like 10 out of 10, but this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, God, it is so beautiful medium coverage, crazy hydrating, does not crease on me, even with the littlest bit of powder. Even if I put this on and then go and start like doing with other creams and don't set it immediately, there's not like crazy creasing. It maintains its moisture throughout the whole day. Like it doesn't look more kind of dehydrated by the end of the day. And the color correctors are beautiful. beautiful.
I was nervous only having 4 color correctors and then 15 shades of concealer, I think.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh God, that's a little spooky, but they really they did their big one with this because I want a foundation in this. I want liquid blushes in that kind of formula. The formula is so stunning, but I really would love a foundation.
Yes.
But these are so good. I've been wearing it every day ever since, and I haven't worn another concealer since I got these 2. So kudos to them.
They're eating this rebrand.
Oh God, it's so good.
Are you enjoying Beautiful and Bothered? Not feeling so fresh? You should subscribe to the Beyond Bothered Patreon, where we'll freshen you right up. We will. We'll freshen your makeup up. If you guys like Beautiful and Bothered, whether you've been a fan since the beginning or you're new here, make sure to check out the Beyond Bothered Patreon. It's like a whole nother world over there where you guys get after shows every single Wednesday of the month where we talk about everything from overflow from here. We open PR in real time. We talk about our first kiss.
We talk about everything that doesn't make it into the episodes that sometimes we want to talk about, but for time's sake, we can't.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about, when we get heated about our favorite TV shows that we're watching at the moment.
And let's just say maybe the tea's a little spicier every now and again because we don't have to worry about the people we're talking shit about watching it. So there's that. So there's after shows every single Wednesday. And then the last Wednesday of the month is a full bonus episode. So full length bonus episode. And then with the beauty tier, you guys get all of the podcast stuff plus beauty videos every single week with, at the end of the month, a full beauty tutorial, like over 2 hours, that is anything from us doing new makeup to answering your questions about skincare and makeup and hair care in real time. It's just so beyond worth it over there.
Beyond worth it.
Beyond worth it. If you head over there right now, you will have enough content to last you probably 6 months.
All exclusive content. So this content gets posted nowhere else. This is just for you when you go into those tiers. So enjoy it.
So check out the link in the description box to head over to the Beyond Bothered Patreon and start having some fun, girl. Ooh.
Sticking together. This fucking mascara sucks.
What mascara is it?
Fucking Revolution, the fucking tubing mascara. The Wrap Lash or whatever.
I almost bought it to try it.
Disgusting.
Well, you heard it here first. Revolution Wrap Lash Tubing Mascara.
It's so sticky still. I put this on hours ago.
Yeah.
Sticky. I literally could pinch my lashes together and I would be shut. Like a baby doll with one eye shut. Mama. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have the Ulta Beauty Color Punch Liquid Liners. These come in obviously more shades than this. There's a white, there's a yellow, there's a lime green, so many different ones in black and brown and white. And for the white, it was so impressive that it didn't crack because white liners, like liquid liners, the only one that doesn't the only one that
Release
doesn't crack.
The Kraken.
The only one that doesn't crack on me that's a white liquid liner was Kimchi.
Say crack again.
Crack. So I don't know. I was really shocked that Ulta Beauty color liquid liners were not streaky and patchy and oily. Water pulling them out.
No pigment.
No. Yeah. And then to even be more impressed by not only the pigmentation, but then I was like, oh God, they're going to crack. They're going to be chunky. You know, when they're thick and they just start to...
There's wads of pigment
and it looks like the desert is just like cracking all over. And it starts to bubble on your eye. And this is so smooth. And I was really, really like blown away by these.
Wow.
And it was, the white does not crack. And I was like really like shocked how good these were. It was a little weird to me that they had a black and a brown because they have so many other black and brown liquid liners in Ulta Beauty.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, like, get rid of those and just keep this because this was honestly, this formula is so good. But mark my words, now that I said I loved it, they're going to get rid of it. So.
Yeah, they'll discontinue these.
Yeah, run and go get these now because I think they're, oh my God, they're like $12.
Yeah.
So good.
That's great. Alrighty, then we have the Juvia's Place setting powder. I don't know what. I Am Magic something. Everything's magic over there. Magic.
I come to this place
for magic, like setting powder. It's the big translucent setting powder from Juvia's Place. Mm-hmm. This is talc-free and by far my favorite talc-free powder. So smoothing. just the quality of ingredients they use for this, that there's literally barely any shine to it, I think is like phenomenal. Also on social media, everyone is eaten up the new L'Oreal Infallible Loose Translucent Powder. I bought it. I think it's good for a talc-free powder. And people are like putting it on. They're like, it's like a filter. And I'm like, where? Because I am putting it on my pores. And it honestly, it's more shiny than this powder is. And it's just like glowy.
Well, it does look like a filter. A bad one, but it's
Kira
a
filter.
Girl, I still have that on my phone.
The Twilight fucking sparkle filter. Like, it doesn't make my complexion look any worse, let's say that, but it doesn't improve it by using it. Not to the level people are like eating her down.
That's why certain setting powders do that to me, and I feel like that's how I feel about anything like that, where you put it on and it doesn't alter the texture in a positive way.
It just takes the shine away, and like it
absorbs and it almost makes your under eyes look the same and face look the same.
Yes.
It doesn't really like smooth anything.
No.
There's no benefit to using it. It's just like, okay.
Yes.
It's like putting sand in like a cup of water. It just absorbs.
Exactly. It's taking the moisture away, obviously, because it's powder on top of liquid.
Right.
But it's not like when I put Huda Beauty on or any of my other faves, it does look like my skin is blurred after I'm done.
Yeah.
I can actually see the pores being reduced, let alone that. It has a little bit, which I don't like talc-free setting powders because of the mica. It's just like highlightery, glowy. And I feel like with the L'Oreal, like I feel like I'm being gaslit into believing it should be good. And when I was getting ready right now, I was like, let me fucking see again. And I probably use this 6 times, and every single time I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like, is that glowing? Like it just has a shine to it.
And for a setting powder, where I'm putting that is not where I want to be radiant.
No.
I don't need to be radiant here.
Here, my whole everywhere.
Here.
Girl.
Like I just no.
So
we got the wrong idea. This.
Oh my! We got this, and I was using this for about like 2 months, I want to say. And it dawned on me where I was like, is this talc free? And then when I looked it up and it was, I was like shocked because I thought there's no way. And I don't know why. I also thought like Juvia's Place wouldn't, because Juvia's Place, especially complexion, is like a full glam kind of gal. Like, so I was like, I could see them making a non-talc with talc, like to really, because they know the power of it. So I was shocked that it was talc free, and it's by far the only talc free loose powder I've ever used that performs like a translucent powder with talc.
Yeah.
So if that's a deal breaker for you, like to have talc in it, this is my like number one.
To not have talc.
To not have talc, then this is my number one talc free powder. Alrighty, then we got the L'Oreal Lumi glass. You like the glass? You want glass. I think on a up, it's very Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point. Like we are filming in a way that I don't know what came out when's coming.
If we're going
where.
to the past or the future,
Girl,
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
We were saying
either we did talk about it or we're going to. Let us know.
And I was saying for summer, so Lumi glass. Sorry, it's the ones that it's like the
L'Oreal.
This is L'Oreal.
Yeah. We were just saying Lumi glass. Yeah. I don't think they knew the brand.
Oh my God. House Labs, similar to the House Lab one, that it's literally almost like a wet face gloss, but it's like a highlighter and it literally looks like wet. Innovative. The technology in this is genius. The L'Oreal one especially doesn't break up anything. You could do it on top of powder. Absolutely gorgeous. But I really want to do like a wet summer look and like start playing around with this on like the brow bone and just like everywhere. My breath.
You should try even. I want to see how it performs against House Labs.
Mm-hmm.
And just like this, because
Yeah, I'm going to do a side-by-side because you had a problem with the house labs. So.
And I put a lot on to see if it was going to do what I thought it would do. And it sure did. But it did take a little while for it to do it, but it still was inevitable.
Yeah.
Because Miss Arnica was traveling.
Girl, yeah. She wanted to go back to the farm.
Yeah.
She said, "Where's mother?"
But yeah, I love these. The glowy ones, not so much, but the glass ones are
the glass, not
outstanding.
The glowy. Ooh, there ain't no way. The Ulta Beauty Under Eye Primer. I have been using her down.
Yeah, I got this. I haven't touched it.
Girl, well, your concealer always looks lovely, but
I disagree with that.
What don't you like about your concealer? Dry or not enough coverage? Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Old maiden type of concealer.
Old maiden type of every concealer.
Then girl, start using this again.
I know.
Diva, this is so good that it's an under eye primer. So I do this even before color corrector. It's like the first step after any skin prep. It's smoothing and there is like a grip to it. So I even followed Robert Welch's lead and did one eye with and one eye without with the Wake Up Artist concealer. Because what I also love about the Wake Up Artist concealer by Morphe is that she's a beautiful hydrating medium coverage. I'm over 33. The days of full coverage matte concealer are gone. Like I look like I'm ready for the box.
Could you imagine Shape Tape right now?
Girl, I literally was just like having a nervous breakdown before we started because I just like am seeing aging things that I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, I am pissed. And I hate it, girl. Yank me up. Like, give me Anne Hathaway's fucking surgeon's number. Kris Jenner. Witch. She is a witch. That facelift is serving. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah, because it's her surgeon that he is like, people go to him for that lift because it's his technique that he does.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like it doesn't look as yanked
yeah,
as others do. So he has a special technique that he like taught himself, and I was like, ma'am,
girl,
he's gonna be booked and busy for the rest of his life.
Kris Jenner just literally went down 30 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
in the meantime, under eye primer. But I did this on one eye and one on the other with the Morphe Wake Up Artist concealer. And the side with this underneath was more full coverage because it grips to the under eye. And I feel like over my discoloration and darkness, blue vein, it made the Wake Up Artist more full coverage, but you still get you'll get the hydration and the look of your like sheer to medium coverage concealer, but with a little bit more oomph behind it because of this.
Yeah.
And as I said before, I also love putting this on my nose too, because it helps like foundation's grip to my nose. To my nose. I really should also try this, honestly, as eyeshadow primer. I feel like it would eat.
Yeah, I feel like it would too, because why can't you?
Yeah. Because most eyeshadow primers I just hate because they almost have that like liquid to powder. You know what I mean? Like so many either are just liquid or they have that whipped. You know what I mean? I hate it. And it's almost pilling on my eye before I even go in with eyeshadow. Like it's like very like too silicone-y.
Smashbox Photo Finish Eye Primer.
Yes.
Remember that? It was like coming out and it was like like pink
girl
goo coming out of that tube.
And it's like, oh my God, like as you're even blending it out, it's on your eyelid. It's almost rolling.
And then it's drying down. And there's like a white line of where it's like drying and setting.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
But yeah, try this as an eye primer.
Yeah.
Report back.
Yeah. Ooh, God. And then the Essence Baby Got Bronze. So on top of it, I also found blushes. These are the bronzers and contours. So there's only 6 shades, but they're really like beautifully dispersed. And I made a short about it, like showing you the texture of these. Like when you swatch them on your hand, it's not like really full coverage opacity. So they are forgiving in the sense that like it is going to be a little bit adjustable because it's building on the skin in a buildable way rather than just like straight up full coverage of, So I used the lightest 2 shades and the shade. The shades that are there, the contour is all the contours are so perfectly cool tone. Look at that darkest shade.
I know.
Girl. And then the bronzers are gorgeous as well. They're not too orangey, yellow. And then I ended up finding 2 of this exact same formula from Essence in blushes at Ulta. And then I was like, there has to be more because I know there's more of this. And then there's 5 shades in total.
Yeah.
So I got the other 3 you can get on Amazon.
I found them in CVS too.
Yes, girl. And they're just as
Beautiful.
good to die for. And with all this like blush stick trends, like we have.
And these have been, the blush ones have been out, I think. The blushes have been out for a while. These, I think, are newer.
Yeah.
But the blushes have been sitting there.
I know.
That's what's sick is that, like, it's been under our noses.
Yeah.
But sometimes with Essence, you just don't know.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, for them to come out with this almost the same packaging and concept just in bronzer and contours, that means the blushes have to be doing okay. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they would, they're technically expanding that category. So they have to be doing well. Maybe
I'm sure
it's just like more of CVS kind of situation.
Probably, yeah.
But the blushes are there's the 5th shade is this like red that is so gorgeous. My God. Shades 3 and 4, I believe, are a little too similar for each other for my taste. But I'm excited because you just brought over, we both ordered the Charlotte Tilbury blush sticks. I bought 2 of the Dior blush sticks. I just saw someone talk. Remember, we almost bought the CoverGirl blush sticks. Someone swatching and using them on TikTok, like saying they were great, like eating them up. I feel like there's so many blush sticks. It's like overwhelming. So this is like by far the best, like most affordable option. There's a $4.99. That's bananas.
Beat that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have the LA Girl, the Pro Setting Brightening Loose Setting Powders. So these we found they were mishidden.
Girl.
Chamber of Secrets. We had to pull the curtain down to get it. And
we had to vandalize Ulta. Yeah.
They had pink and blue. And I got to say that blue looked green.
It does look green.
But it is fantastic.
It's
and it
great.
is so brightening. The pink, not so much for me.
Yeah.
It was got a little spooky, scary skeletons on me.
It almost turned your concealer yellow.
It did.
Yes.
Oh, no, that was
you're
the
thinking
other
of
one. Yeah.
That Revolution water powder.
Yeah.
You want one of those to work so bad.
The Wet and Wild one does. The SpongeBob.
Because it's wet.
Miss
and
Ma'am.
wild.
Yeah. And it's actually translucent and it's like a smokier powder.
Yeah.
That's what the Becca was. And
Smokin'! What is that? The mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are great. And there's more colors on LA Girl. There's 6 colors in total. So amazing. There's a lavender. There's more of a peach. There's a yellow. And then there's like a deeper cocoa, like warm orange. And it's so...
Do you know what I used the blue for the other day? Shut up. Do you know what I used the blue for the other day? To neutralize my foundation. Like the foundation was a little too yellow. Smart. And I was like, girls, now that we're getting into summer, like ookie spooky foundation matching and everything is fucking too yellow. If you have a foundation that you love that's a little bit too yellow, Miss Blue powder for $9.99, dip in, and I was just pressing this powder on to set the foundation. It was neutralizing it. Because if it's this blue neutralizes yellow, so it literally was
purple and blue goes after like yellows, oranges. So just look at a color wheel and get that powder if you want to neutralize. And if you're afraid, they have those like mixing mediums that it's like the bright blue, the red, the yellow, the white, and the black.
And they even have, I think, a purple powder in this formula.
Yeah, the lavender. I want it.
And the lavender will also correct
any yellowness. Hello, under my eyes.
Which honestly,
take it away.
I know. Which honestly, it makes me want to because I think Huda powder, they sent me that, but I don't think I've really opened it because I was like, the Huda purple. That's like, I want a snozzberry. It's fucking boysenberry, like purple.
Yeah. Like, I tried it on and I bought it when it came out. Purple. My under eyes were bright magenta. Girl, I literally looked in the mirror. It looked like I had the flu. It looked like I was in a fucking Flonase commercial. Yes. I was like,
yeah, girl.
I look like I had been Miss Seasonal Allergies, Miss Eye Drop.
Grim.
Yeah, girl. It was disgusting on me. I literally finished my makeup and I was like, well, great.
Now
like
I can't
leave.
Step fucking it up.
Oh.
But I really now I
Pissed.
want to dig that out, and I want to try between the blue powder and I almost want to order their purple powder
I do too.
because I love the
cannot.
formula. Is this talc free?
Talc free.
It is talc free. Wow. Okay. Well, then this is going right up there with Juvia's Place too.
And I will even say, dare I say,
Mhm.
I might. No.
Because my thing, I like that
God.
Juvia's Place has skin tone shades.
Yeah, because I was going to say for bright. So if you want like a brightening powder, so if you use the Huda Beauty and you want to get something brightening, like the Cherry
Yeah.
Blossom or something in that realm, try these.
Yes.
And if you want more skin tone setting powder, but still
Brightening. Like I have the white and it's like, oh, that's translucent.
Well, the white one has, to me, it has a little
It's
bit
creamy.
of a brightening. Yeah, because it's called whipped cream. So I was like, oh, is it translucent or
Yeah.
not? And I feel like it is a little bit brightening.
It has a shade.
Yeah.
So
So it's
almost like
little-
Cupcake by
yeah.
Huda. The lightest shade of the powder as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's really what they were going for, like a Huda situation. And so I like the skin tone shades of Juvia's, but this for brightening and everything. And I want to dig
Lovely.
out the Huda purple and this blue, and then order this, the LA Girl purple, and really play around with like, because I have so many foundations that are too yellow just from like PR and stuff, and really play around with like, what's the best powder to like neutralize your foundation to get it to, because all foundations, it's like out of control, the yellow pigment. Like no one's skin is that yellow. It drives me nuts.
And you know what I appreciate? They didn't come out with a green.
I know.
Put it to rest.
Ooh. Did you use this yet?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
It's on my face.
Is it? Wow. I don't know why I thought you would have like said something. That's crazy.
I was going to wait because I had a
Girl.
feeling this was going to
Yeah.
be talked about today.
The Essence foundation stick. I buried the lead.
Yeah.
The new $6.99 Essence foundation stick. Girl, can
Essence is eating.
you eat up? They're
And
really
to
coming
come
out
out with this many shades.
40 shades.
They are showing you
That
how
shit,
it's done.
at that public shame works. Because when they came out with their last foundation in 13 shades,
They did.
girl, with that pink top, and
I
that was a
don't
decent
remember that.
foundation. You, the one that's on the gondola now, I forget what it's called, but it has like the pink top, glass bottle. They
Oh
came out
my
with
gosh.
like, I'm not kidding. I think they came out with like 17 shades, and it was like
Oh, God.
all medium and no dark, no light. It was like bad. And they got ripped to shreds. So now they're like scared shitless. So
Well-
they came out with 40 shades.
This shade range is
Yeah.
stunning.
So $6.99. I'm picky with foundation sticks because I think they can be too oily or too waxy, so on and so forth. This one, and I'm going to say when I use this, what my thoughts were, and I'm so curious now that you've tried it. When I put it on and blended it, personally, between this and the Milani stick skin tint that they came out with, I liked this a little bit better because I felt like the Milani was a little drier and settled a little bit more, where this, I put it on, blended really beautifully and creamy, but then as I was like sitting there doing other things, my face looked so wet. Like there's no natural dry down to this, if that makes sense. It wasn't creasing, it wasn't anything, but I was just really looking in the mirror and I was like, wow, like this really retains its initial creaminess when you put it on the skin, and it has no natural dry down. And that, for someone like me with textured skin, I was nervous. But then once I powdered it, the minute I powdered it, I was like, oh, like I was like, oh, like it almost turned into a different foundation the minute I powdered it. And then the wear and everything on this, I thought was gorgeous, customizable, like anything from one swipe to building it up. I think it was like kind of like a really big serve.
Yeah, because the Milani one was so bad for being a skin tint. And I love that this is a foundation stick with like medium coverage.
Yeah.
And I gotta give it to them. Even the shades are very, very in depth. And I mean, even the shade that I had, I felt a little light when I was putting it on, but I knew I was gonna bronze and then powder over it. So I was like, it's gonna work out. But that's
a great match.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
By the time I like powdered it, and I was like,
yeah. Do you know what I mean about like what were your thoughts when it was on the skin and then as you powdered?
I will say I did have a little bit of a reservation before I powdered because I was looking very, very closely at my skin and I felt like it was it was not melting into certain parts of my skin as well as it
Yeah.
should have.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that doesn't really look great. And I kind of just let it sit and let it warm up on the skin. And then I like almost pressed over those areas with my finger and then went back in with the brush. And then I was like, okay, it actually looks great. And then I put more on over it to like build and it looked beautiful. Then when I powdered, it almost like it just created like a barrier on my skin. So when I powdered, it just looked very seamless.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't like making it look thick and heavy like a barrier. It just looked like I was powdering over like perfect skin already. And it just was evening things out just a little bit more.
Yes.
Wasn't adding coverage in places I didn't want it. It was just it took powder very well.
Yes.
So whatever formula, whatever ingredient that this base has, whether it's like a shea butter or something, it is lovely.
Yeah, this is great. For $6.99, that is crazy.
Is unreal.
Insane. To find even like a bronzer shade or whatever and just use this like for $6.99. Girl.
Yep. And they have bronzers, so
I know. Yeah,
you
literally.
Can literally
girl,
get
you
a
could use
full face of essence.
That or that. Yeah, your foundation, bronzer, and blush is covered. And contour.
Oh my God.
That's what I put over the essence. That's what she said.
And that's what she said. James. Guys, I discovered a new powder foundation. I was at Ulta perusing the Ulta section. I always just look at, because I know especially mine is like, my Ulta is kind of slow with the updating the rebrand. And I looked down at the powder foundations, and I remember when we did a full face of Ulta rebranded makeup on Patreon, it was the old packaging when we did that. So I saw the new packaging and I was like, and I went down, like played with it, whatever. And I was putting it on my skin and I was like, okay, this is like, kind of looks great. So I ended up buying my shade. Long story short, I went back and bought a lighter shade because it is so good. I put it over my goddamn concealer to brighten like I do with other Holy Grail powder foundations. This is also talc free, which is gaggy. For Ulta Beauty collection to come out with a talc-free foundation powder, I think it's better than the new MAC. To be honest, like better than the new MAC formula.
That's what she said.
Like it's if not as good as the new MAC.
No, I like
formula.
it better than MAC. To be honest, which is sick.
So so buttery. It is like creamy in the pan. Press this on my nose and my pores. Airbrushes my skin. Fills my pores. By the way, I feel like when I put it on my brush and even swipe this on the skin with a brush lightly on top of everything when I'm done, it just gives me this last minute blur to my entire skin, let alone any blurring of powders and creams. Brightens my under eyes. I use this to contour down the bridge of my nose because I don't like putting brightening concealer because barely anything sticks to my nose. So I literally just take an eyeshadow brush with the lightest shade of this, tap it down in a line, let it sit for a second, dust it away, highlight it to filth.
Yeah. I cleaned up.
I know, because you were skeptical of her. We haven't tried it together.
I cleaned up my nose. Because when I like put contour, I was like, let me see if I can I want to sharpen the line a little bit and then buff it out. Yeah. I took this on a shadow brush and literally went down and it carved a straight fucking line.
Girl.
And there was a little kickback, which I wanted because I was like, I would need it to like dust away because I want there to be something that almost blends it.
Yes.
And then when I blended that into like the sides of like my nose, I was like a little bit, and with this mascara, oh my God. My lashes were so clumped together, and then I shut my eyes really quick because I stabbed myself in the eye trying to unclump them. And then, when you get the mascara all under your eyes, I did the thing, wiped it away with like a brush once it dried. Of course, it took off some of my concealer, so I was like, I'm leaving. I got to put something else on. I took this on the shadow brush again, and I put it under the eye. Seamless.
Girl.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
And the coverage.
The colors.
It's like velvet.
It's
beautiful.
For talc-free. And the price.
And the price, Diva.
The fact that it's under $20 and this powder beats MAC and beats any other pressed talc-free powder. Sorry.
And now that we don't have She Glam anymore, rest in peace.
Girl, whatever. This is more accessible.
This is going to be my new shit. Oh, and when I tell this, I'm getting so excited. That fucking thing I sent you. I have to finish this. That was live action ADD. Yeah. I like 70 things to say. I've just been using this so much doing my makeup left and right. I have been using both my foundation shade and the brightening shade for concealer to blend my eyeshadow the house down. Like to blend the top of your eyeshadow to get it just breathtakingly.
I got to try that.
Kevin! To get it. Like to get it. When I tell you the most seamless, like you want it blended into your foundation shade, whatever you're doing, I take it on like a pinch, like a MAC. You know the number. The MAC, like a 217 brush.
I was going to let you get there, but
dip in with it, and I start with my foundation shade first. So like I will just set with translucent powder. I'll do all my eyeshadow, yada, yada. And then to blend the top border or blend anything out, I will then use my foundation shade. And it has such amazing coverage that it actually will like cover a stubborn line of eyeshadow that's not blending out like anything else. And it's your skin tone. So in a weird way, it's not depositing any more color you don't want. Like instead of like using blending color with color.
White.
Exactly. Where let's say you're trying to blend out like the dark shade you used on the outer corner. And okay, let me go back in with my transition shade. But what if I don't want any more of my transition shade on there? So this is almost like it's like an eraser, a blur eraser, because it is your skin tone. Then once I have that all beautifully ombre and blended out, I'll take the lightest shade that I got and I highlight my brow bone. And I've been with the lightest shade, because you know it's very rare that I'm like a highlighter girly, like a glitter highlighter. I'm putting on the lightest shade like highlighter. I am literally on a highlighter brush. I'm bringing this when I'm done. So I'm highlighting right way in the inner corners here for a little bit more coverage, like to brighten and oomph up, and then minimally feather that off right here in the triangle. But then I will put it all here, and mama, Kris Jenner, I am snatched, like highlight, because it's the same idea of using a highlighter, but it's actually just a lighter shade than your skin. So it's almost like it's almost like getting a after the fact a powder concealer that you're just like getting to brighten, but like with coverage even over my veins or anything. Like if my concealer's not cutting it or whatever the case is, or I don't want to wear a lot of concealer, it just gives me, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I love
adjustable coverage indeed.
So good.
Like what a find. Talc free too. And they don't know how good this is.
No. It's going to be gone in a year.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Okay, next up we have the Maybelline Superstay 30-Hour Lumi Matte Foundation. Now, you know I had a love-hate relationship with this at first, and it just didn't work out.
You didn't have a great first date.
It was disgusting. And then I called her back, and I said, I would like to go out with you again. I was in a bad mood. Yeah. I was not having a good day, and I would like to see you again this week. Picked her up again. We had a great time.
Girl.
Great time. Lasted all day. 30 hours wear. And I mean, this is like, where are you wearing 30 hours of makeup to wear? But like, it is just a testament to that lasts for that long, that they tested it for that long. So you know you can wear this for your 8 to 10 hours and not even think about your foundation coming apart.
Yes.
I could not believe I returned this and had to rebuy it shamefully.
Shame on me.
It was so, and I think this is something that you really do have to keep in mind your skin prep with it. That's why I feel like I didn't like it.
Yes. It's not a foundation you could slap on and go.
I had no business putting this on barely hydrated skin that I moisturized with before I came here.
Yes.
I didn't put primer on. I didn't do any of that before. And it was just not, I wasn't setting myself up. Where this, I do feel like you have to prep with something, really anything that works for your skin, not overdoing it, not underdoing it. Just make sure your skin is nice and supple.
Yeah.
Because when this dries down to that, it's thin, like a thin crispy,
like prosciutto.
Thin, crispy cracker.
A creamy, crispy cracker.
Ew. This, I can't even. Yeah. Oh my God.
It honestly reminds me of the Maybelline skin tint, but the matte version, which I don't know why this is called Lumi Matte, whatever
it's
that
not
means.
Lumi.
It's not luminous.
There's no shimmer in it.
No, it's like a satin matte foundation.
Yeah.
And then I think the skin tint is a more gel-like texture, the Maybelline skin tint. It's more of a gel. It's basically like the Milk Hydro Grip skin tint, the Maybelline, but not as gel-like as Milk.
It's a little thinner than Milk, but it spreads like Milk.
Yes, very.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
I love that skin tint, but this is even thinner.
Yes.
And the
I
dry
want.
down of this
Yes.
is so interesting.
Yes. Oh God, it is crazy. It really, you see it. You see the dry down actively happen. Not too fast, but you see it happening on the skin. But it doesn't enhance. It doesn't enhance pores. It's so thin that I feel like it doesn't settle because there really isn't too much product on the skin.
Mm.
It's a beautiful foundation. I think like for summer, especially where you need that like matte, like long wear, but you want it to be really lightweight and breathable.
Mm-hmm.
This is like phenomenal. I definitely recommend going out and giving this a try. Oh my gosh, the Morphe duo liners. The Morphe, I think they're called bi-liners.
Yes.
One side of it's a pencil eyeliner, one side is a matte, and one side is a
Shimmer.
Tons of colors. This shit does not move. The black is the only one I've gotten so far. It's a matte black, and the other side is like a steel gray shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on, let it dry for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, with water on my hands. Rubbing, nothing, and it doesn't like come off. I've been using this on my tight line, everything, and it's like has not, thank God, transferred down and looked crazy onto my waterline. This is like such a long wearing eyeliner.
Yeah, I bought the white, the beige, and the black. So I was excited for the white one because it has the silver. So gimme. The black, though, I'm so excited. I can't believe I haven't used these yet, but I was like, I've not been in the mood to put makeup on, especially to like see. I'm like, I need things that I know work, and I can't be looking.
Try me today.
And I'm turning my head in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, La Llorona's here. I see. Yeah. So. And the shade, I remember when these came out, the shades really like shocked me for Morphe that I was like, oh, there's a pink and this like mustard.
Dude,
I was gonna pause.
I love that
the
you
navy.
learned like in acting. They're like hold for laughs.
Yeah,
you hold for stims.
Because I know it's coming. And then the navy, and I just love the coordination between the shades. It's just so.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of these and actually sat there side by side, saying what coordinates with what would look good with this. They really hit it out of the park. I would love if the mattes were eventually brought to a full size moment. Because I love them more than the shimmers.
That I thought the other day, because I am not kidding you. I've been using mine so much that I picked it up when I filmed with it. Because I made a video. I looked at it and I was like, Miss Nub. Because I didn't realize like I'd been using it so much that the matte black is like, I still probably about half of it left. But it just was startling to see like, and I was like, oh fuck. Like, so I do wish they made at least the black, the white, the beige. What is it?
Chola or Orient Maid.
That, I cannot believe that lyric is born this way.
That doesn't sound. It doesn't sound politically correct.
Orient Maid.
It doesn't sound politically correct.
No.
I don't think that's right.
I can't. But every time we would say we did the same fucking thing.
I'm like,
store.
no, black, white, or beige. Because I said I got black, white, and beige. And then we just looked at each other.
Oh my God. But at least in the neutrals and the things people use the most of, because I do want a full size of the black matte.
Yeah. Oh, and even that dark, rich brown. Rich! I want it. Gimme!
I want that nude.
Oh,
for the gold and the nude.
The gold.
I want the blue.
The gold, even in person, is better than that.
Because it looks like champagne gold.
It is.
It's not green gold.
No, not at all.
That's Miss Yellow.
Yeah, this doesn't do it justice. I feel like in person, it's much prettier. Even and that mustard color, believe it or not, Miss Hot Pink, keep her.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm over the pink eyeliner and the red eyeliner. I just feel like it makes Miss Ma'am over here look sickums.
I love a pink in my waterline. When I do pink eyeshadow, I love pink.
Yeah,
I don't
like
think
pink
you're
eyeshadow, but
it's different when you're fair skinned.
I love a good pink shadow,
look like
but
a rabbit.
Yeah, but like in my waterline, I'm like,
yeah, you look like you can when you're fairer and you do pink or red in the waterline, you could look like sick.
Yeah,
you need to be tan enough that it looks like bright.
Yeah, the one time I wanted to go home from work early, Sephora, I took the Marc Jacobs red eyeliner. Yes. Remember the wine liner? I took a little bit on my finger and I literally pressed it into my waterline and my lash line, and I faked being sick at work so I could go home.
I love it.
I put no other makeup on.
Yeah,
And I was like, I'm just not feeling good. They're like, oh, you look like shit. And I was like, okay, relax.
Yeah.
I'm
Sprayed
faking
yourself
it.
with setting spray so
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
like,
wet. Yeah.
God, rude.
Yeah. Is it like hot pink? Or a little more muted? I forget.
It's muted.
Okay.
It's not as ridiculous as the photo makes it look very
hot.
neon. It's not.
I want that blue too. Even the blue shimmer and the matte.
Yeah. That blue shimmer looks beautiful.
Beautiful. How much are these? 14?
I want to say 14.
Yeah. Love it.
Come on. For 2 liners, come on. What do you mean?
Oh my God. Miss, and then again, Morphe, Miss Make It Big, brush Make It Big, brush tip, liquid eyeliner pen, not a felt, but a brush.
And I think we were together.
We got the best brush. It's a better brush than anyone's ever brushed. I love Tesla. I just saw him say that the other day. Yeah. Tesla.
Well, not the other day.
Oh, yeah.
The video was so long time ago.
Girlfriends broke up. Yeah.
Sorry. The girls are fighting.
Yeah.
That was fierce. We were together when I was swatching this because I was like, oh, brush tip. And I opened it and it was just smooth.
Calligraphy.
Black lines.
Girl.
Does this dry matte? I forget.
Yes. It's not one size matte.
But it's not Stila fucking mirror on the ceiling.
No, it's not shine. No, it's not satin at all. It's like it's Old House Labs matte. Yeah. Which was like the only one that was like literally you needed a magnifying glass. It was one step less matte than one size, but so close. Mm-hmm. That's how this dries down. And you all know me with my shakiness. So I love when a brush tip is so like just everything about a product is so good that the formula actually goes to the tip. Like I'm talking the fucking peak of Mount Everest so that I can hold that eyeliner up and go like that.
For my inner corner. When I want Miss Snatched corner elongated.
Yes. Because even me, like here, the first like 15% of my top lid, I want that line so thin that I don't even want to go like this sometimes because with my shake, I'll maybe hit it. Yeah. So I want to just like just a little bit there.
It's so
that is the test of it. Eat the house down eyeliner, and this gives me that tip. Then even if I do turn it to the side and do it, no bleeding, creamy, no feathering,
smooth.
I spent one day, I was just like kind of playing around. I think I was doing my eyeliner for maybe a half hour. I'm not even kidding. Like, cause I was just doing whatever.
You love that.
Because I was really playing around with things. Like if I'm not in the mood to film, sometimes I still want to play with makeup, especially if it's something new and I want to kind of like really get to know it and like push it to its limit. Half hour, didn't dry out on me the whole time I was using it. Did not dry out. Half hour, it just kept going. Like I didn't even like really think about it as I was doing it.
Miss Kat Von D back in the day, Miss Tattoo Sticky removing the liner.
Makeup remover.
It was going
like
back
Velcro.
Doing someone's makeup and then throwing that. And I said, get me the Stila. Give me Miss Shine. Girl. Give me Miss Shine marker.
I'd rather
lashes
it's shiny and clean.
Lashes are going on her anyway, so what does it matter?
I'd rather, because then I used to set the Stila with a black powder eyeshadow just to take down.
I let them go on their way.
You said, who cares?
On my way. Send me on my way.
Send me on my way. Send me on my way. I always think of Ice Age. Send me on my way. So anyway, the seeds.
Yes.
This is such a good eyeliner pen because even other ones that are juicy enough, like Rare Beauty, Miss Rare Beauty, the booty too juicy.
Talk about make it big.
Girl, I take the cap.
Quill pen.
I take the cap off of Rare Beauty, and I'm not kidding you. There is literally a black tear hanging off the tip because the liquid is
a fountain pen
dripping out. Like,
yeah,
it's too wet.
Yeah,
like where I love the tip of Rare Beauty, but it's too wet.
And
like,
it's too fat.
It like leaks out.
It's too much. It's team too much. Yes. I don't know.
This is honestly the most amazing pen eyeliner I've used in years.
Okay, so next up we have the Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Crayons. These I mistakenly found in a drugstore because I saw Miss Pink, Miss Mile High, Miss 007, Mile High. When I tell you these swatches are the colors.
How's 001? Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why do you hate me?
You wouldn't like it.
What? 001?
Girl, do you see what shade that is? It's like a
It
dusty
looks-
rose. It's a dusty rose nude.
Okay. So it's not as like flesh.
No.
Okay.
But I love it though.
All right.
It's very much.
I don't know though. You don't know me.
I do.
I feel like MAC has really made me I'm starting to step into more darker, like not just concealer lips. Not rosewood, but a little bit more.
I challenge you to try 001 then.
Okay.
Because I feel like with the right lip liner, because the other day, I'll say it, I was wearing Pillow Talk on this podcast. I was wearing it. The lipstick was worn. Yeah. And you all loved it. And I did too. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you the long wear of these because you know what it was when I was in search of when House Labs was doing the rebrand. Remember the matte crayons to begin with? Miss Hot
like
Rod.
Monster crayons?
Yes, ma'am. And I think they're still called that, which is so weird that we do the rebrand. But anyway, there was a hot pink because of course now we had to go all more natural.
Of course.
The hot pink, I was so disappointed because it was the perfect fucking pink. And I was like, fuck.
Yes.
This is identical. And it's the same formula as fucking House Labs.
Where are these?
At Revlon.com, CVS, and Walgreens. Thank you so much, Revlon.
I can never, every time I go.
You'll miss these because they're in, you know what pisses me off? They hide these because
of course.
It's in there's cubbies and they stick them in this way. So you only see the tip of the marker. You don't see them exposed.
Yes. Okay.
So they're completely hidden.
All right.
These, I can't even tell you.
How's the formula?
Outstanding.
Ooh, like a
lightweight mattes, but they're
feathery.
Creamy. You can rub your lips together and it's not crunchy. It never feels weird. And it's like cushiony on the lips, but when I tell you they don't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah. Ooh, God, I want to go get these.
Oh my God. I have been, because oh my God, how many times have I, in the old YouTube videos that we used to do, I was wearing 007 for the longest.
All the time.
I think I actually talked about that being the House Labs dupe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. I could cry.
Yeah, I want these, girl.
Yeah, and 003.
Even 02, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Those nudes, mama.
02 mama is like whirl.
Oh! I was going to say the brown. And then even that 12.
I have 12.
Is sexy.
And let me tell you something.
It's not. Is it patchy?
No. Because you can't tell me nothing. When I put on Night Moth and then I put that on because it's a little lighter than Night Moth, I want to throw up. And then 9 and 8. Because 9 is it's a pink based red, number 9. Yeah. And then 8 is more red than it looks like here.
Yeah, it looks a little orangey.
I feel like it definitely, to me at least, maybe I'm thinking of 9.
Yeah.
Or 10. No, I'm thinking of 10 because 10 is like the Miss Me red.
Yeah.
You know, 8 is a little more bricky.
Yeah, it looks like orangey.
Yeah, and then burnt. 9 is the pinkier red, and then 10 is like the red.
Wow. Imagine number 8 with the new Fenty gloss on top. I want to get these. I have to go to Walgreens after this.
God, they're so good.
Wow, I love that. All right, and last but not least, this is another Kevin find. Kevin... Kevin found this in store, the Revolution Super Fix Hydra Cool Dewy Fixing Mist from Revolution, but this one is like the glowy version of the new One Size. Like it's like hairspray aerosol.
Yeah, and it's really cool because I like it for the effect of like the glassy powder melt from One Size, but I feel like it almost gives me a little bit more of like Until Dawn plus the glass in one. So it's that aerosol mist. So I feel like I can actually like control it more.
Yeah.
Where I can do it in spurts where like I don't know. I feel like with the glass one, I feel like I don't have control and then my whole face is just soaked. Where this, I can like hit my cheekbones with it. And if I just want the dew here, like wrapped in a C and I like wrap it and then I leave.
Wrap it!
And I feel like this one doesn't affect my eyeshadow either, where some of the setting sprays make my eyeshadow look like glassy.
Yeah. Who done it and ran?
Yeah. Where this one is just something.
Because does this one have more of like a not?
It's a continuous mist.
Hot, because that's the thing about the One Size one that just came out, the glowy, which I love because I've been going more matte with my foundations in summer because I need to combat the heat. but then I can actually use glowier setting sprays. And I fucking looked at this for the 7 times I've been in Ulta in the last 3 weeks.
Well, I bought a backup of it, so don't buy it.
And should have just got this. Like, because I placed a fucking order on Ulta.com today and bought $200 worth of Made by Mitchell, by the way. So yeah, there's lots of videos coming. So this one, I love the thought of the continuous spray. And even when you did it, like the continuous mist looked like it deposited it on the skin more evenly. Where with the pump, a typical setting spray is what the one size is in the aerosol, but that's the Until Dawn. The glowy version is not in an aerosol. It's in a traditional pump. And I feel like it can just always not deposit quite as evenly. And for me, with combo skin and putting it on a matte foundation, it's a fine line of me using literally a drop too much. So I want to be able to have a little more control. So I love that.
Less is more with this. And with anything with a pump, I've always felt this way. The trajectory of a setting spray, it's either a cone or it's like too direct of a mist. So I feel like anything that's a pump mist, I don't like how it either goes too in line to like one area. So other areas look better than others. Other areas look glowier and wet. And then it's just not looking right. Where this, I feel like, because it's a true mist, like Until Dawn.
Wow.
It is, you have the control of where you're spraying it.
24-hour prep and set. I want to use this to begin. Because to get the one size hold plus glow to the skin before you go in, and with hyaluronic acid and coconut water. Son of a bitch.
And skip that baking powder over to the right. Skip her. We don't know her.
That baking powder is what turned Kevin's under eyes yellow.
Feels amazing. Feels wet. Delicious. Turns my under eyes yellow.
Oh my God.
So,
but yeah, this setting spray, I gotta go get it. Alrighty, everybody, that is it for the best affordable drugstore makeup of the year of 2025. So far, like we said, we definitely have a high-end one coming because we're getting waterboarded. This is the new makeup season. So 'tis the season to buy makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review on the streaming platforms if you can. We will see you next week, wherever you are. We hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember,
you are beautiful.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Stay tight. Your skin, not like mine. Yank me.
Pull me. Yank me. Staple me.